Jonny Bairstow shone brightest on the opening day of the LV County Championship match in Scarborough as he hit an undefeated 141 as Yorkshire bedded in well against Leicestershire. Ramnaresh Sarwan won the toss on a cold North Yorkshire day and decided to make the most of conditions with the ball. Yorkshire made a slow but productive start with spin into the attack very early on. Sarwan did have a day to forget in the field. He dropped 3 chances, this the easiest of them, as Joe Sayers had a life. Not that that particular drop mattered any, as next ball Robbie Joseph trapped Sayers' leg before, the ball striking the pad before the bat and the quickly taken single. Claude Henderson had been brought on as first change, and he then removed Phil Jakes, who missed his sweep shot, to also be given out LBW for 1. And when Joe Root drove Wayne White to Matt Boyce on 19, Yorkshire had slipped to 33 for 3. Andrew Gale came into this game as a captain with plenty on his mind following the sudden release of Ajmal Shahzad. Not that you would have known anything. Gale played with some authority, outscoring Bairstow early on with an array of fine drives through the covers. Yorkshire have made an indifferent start to this summer's campaign, of which much is expected, but Gale was leading from the front here to dig his side out of some considerable strife. Bairstow was perhaps not at his very best for long periods, but when he strikes a ball, it can travel a long way. In successive overs, he dispatched both Alex Wyatt and Joseph for 6s, as Yorkshire began to bat themselves into a decent position. And as Bairstow's innings developed, then so the boundaries came, as both batsmen now neared their half-centuries. Gale got there first off his 84th delivery, an innings which had included 6 fours. While 2 balls later, Bairstow also made it to his 50. His had taken him 2 deliveries fewer, and it contained just the 4 fours to go with his 2 maximums. Bairstow had been dropped on 19 by Jacques de Toy, and he was now really making Leicestershire pay for that. A third 6 was added off Nadeem Malik. Indeed, he and Gale took the game away from the visitors with a stand of 160. Gale was out for 80, and he was followed back to the pavilion by Gary Ballance, who'd made 10 when he top-edged to pull off Malik to Boyce at 217 for 5. The game was very much in the balance at this stage, but Bairstow got his head down, taking more than an hour to move from 80 to 3 figures after tea. The 5th first-class 100 of his short career came with a cut to the fence, bringing him his 7th 4 to go with those 3 6s. In all, he'd been at the crease for 172 balls. It was an excellent knock from this developing talent. With that done and out of the way, he again played with some freedom. He struck his 4th 6, this one a well-timed chip off Henderson. Indeed, Bairstow started to prey on a tiring Leicestershire attack, his timing notable as he began to put his side into a position of real strength at a ground where the forecast rains on Friday are not expected to hit. That will be good news for Yorkshire as they go about amassing a very big total. Anthony McGrath, a more than useful player to have coming in as low as number 7, had joined Bairstow in a partnership which was really ensuring that this was a very good day for the home side. The pitch, especially with the new ball, is offering some help, as McGrath discovered after being struck by Joseph. A few giggles and several deep breaths later, and he was back on his feet to take his stand with Bairstow into 3 figures before the close of play. With McGrath on 49 and Bairstow looking greedy for more runs on 141, Yorkshire will resume on the second morning handily placed on 329 for 5. The partnership between these two currently standing at 112. They will now look to bat their opposition out of the game from here.